A new federal rule just went into effect, and around 8 million student loan borrowers have no idea it's already hit their bill. On July 1st, 2026, the government killed the SAVE repayment plan completely. And if you're one of the 43 million Americans holding student debt, this changes what you owe starting right now. This is Diddy, and he is going to explain to you in 5 minutes what the system doesn't want you to understand. If you were counting on a low or $0 payment, here's exactly what could happen to your money. Your new minimum is now $10 a month, every single month for up to 30 years, even if you're barely covering rent, even if your income hasn't changed at all. Here's what the old rule was and why they changed it. SAVE lets you pay based on income, with $0 payments for almost half of everyone on it. A new tax and spending law scrapped that entirely, wiping out SAVE and replacing it with only 2 options going forward: WRAP or tiered standard. First change, the $0 payment is gone. Under WRAP, you pay between 1 and 10% of your income, but there's now a hard floor of $10 a month no matter how little you earn. That's a real bill where before there was none for the millions of borrowers who genuinely could not spare it. Forgiveness also moved from 20 to 25 years under SAVE out to a flat 30 years under WRAP, meaning someone who signed up expecting to be done by their mid-40s is now paying into their 50s instead. Picture Diddy, who budgeted his whole plan around a payment of 0, suddenly having to fit a real monthly bill into rent money he never accounted for. What this means for you. Sit down and budget for a real monthly payment starting now, and mentally plan on carrying this loan for a full decade longer than you originally expected. Second change, borrowing caps got a lot tighter. Grad students in professional programs like law or medicine now max out at $200,000 total. Other graduate programs cap at $100,000. Master's students specifically are capped at $20,500 a year, $100,000 total. Before this change, you could borrow up to your full tuition with essentially no ceiling at all, no matter how expensive the program was. Parent Plus loans now cap at $65,000 per student, which matters a lot if your plan involved a parent covering whatever gap your own loans didn't reach. What this means for you. If your future plans involve a grad school, do not waste any more time. Calculate right now. You may not be able to borrow the full sticker price the way students could even a year ago, so start figuring out that funding gap today, not the summer before you're supposed to enroll. Third change. Interest rates went up on most federal loans issued under this new system, and the only offset built into the entire overhaul is a 1% discount if you enroll in autopay. That's it. One lever, sitting inside an otherwise worse deal across almost every category. It applies to anyone taking out a new loan from this point forward, not just people who are already deep into repayment. So if you haven't borrowed yet, this is the environment you're borrowing into. What this means for you. Autopay stops being a minor convenience you set up and forget, and becomes one of the only tools you actually have left in your control to shave real cost off what you'll eventually owe. Here's what you should do about it right now. 1. And do this today. Go to studentaid.gov and check exactly which repayment plan you're currently enrolled in. Don't assume you're still on SAVE, because millions of people are being moved onto WRAP or tiered standard automatically, without a clear heads up landing in their inbox. 2. If your account shows you're transitioning off SAVE, contact your loan servicer directly and get your new payment amount confirmed in writing before it's actually due, not after you've already missed it. 3. Pull up your actual monthly budget and rebuild it around a real payment number, even if that number is small, instead of the 0 you might have been quietly planning around for years. And if you're not borrowing yet but you will be soon, run the new caps against what your specific program actually costs, because whatever gap that leaves is now yours to cover, not something the loan is going to absorb for you automatically. Diddy hopes this video cleared up this subject. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay informed about your future, because the next change is already coming, and it's not going to wait for you to notice it either. This video explains in further detail the topic, so make sure to check it out.